On today's Take of the Day, I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith and how he finally admits what we all knew to be true anyway. Now, before we get into all that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. Now, yesterday, from what I was seeing on Hot 97, Ebro, one of the hosts on there, if you don't know who he is, probably the main guy of the show, asked Stephen A. Smith about the Max Kellerman situation with ESPN First Take. And Stephen A. Smith finally just came out and said what everybody was thinking anyway. He came out and basically said the truth. And it's not surprising. It shouldn't be surprising. But it was really good to hear Stephen A. Smith come out because it was only right that he did. And this is what he said. So go ahead and take a listen.
The internet says that you wanted Max Kellerman off the program. I saw him say goodbye the other day. You called in. You had a sleep apnea surgery, which I want to get into a little bit just to learn a little bit about you a little bit more. But it didn't seem like you and Max had a bad relationship at all. So where do those rumors come from? And what's the truth with the departure of Max Kellerman from First Take?
Well, the rumor's accurate in terms of me wanting him off the show. Let's get that out the way. Yes, I did. We don't have a bad relationship. I think he's a real good guy. I appreciate what he did for the show. We were number one for 5 years. We stayed number one, and I appreciate that. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the work that goes into doing the show every single day. And the reality is that we have 15 segments a day, 75 segments a week. Over 3,000 takes a year. In the 9 years that I've been on First Take, I've given over 33,000 takes. And what a lot of people don't realize is that not just the work that goes into that, but also the fact that it's a chemistry that you have, and sometimes it just stalls. And the audience lets you know that it is what it is, and you feel the need for something fresh. You feel the need to retool.
Now, after listening to that, I'm listening to Stephen A. Smith, and he just comes out and says it straight up. He didn't want him on the show. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't want Max there no more, basically. And when you hear Stephen A. Smith say that, it's a relief to a degree because everybody knew it, and it was only right for him to come out and say it because it's like, he would never probably have lived it down if he didn't do it that way. Now, of course, he's going to go in there as he did. He's going to go in there. You can actually look at that whole video if you choose to. But he's going to go in there and say all the right things, as in like he had nothing against Max Kellerman or anything like that. And he saw other opportunities for Max Kellerman with ESPN, and he wanted to go that direction. Of course, he's going to say things like that. And those are the things that he alluded to in his interview there with Ebro and Hot 97. But at the same time, you have to look at it from this perspective as well. I mean, not wanting Max on there, wanting him off the show is your doing. And if you had a liking for him like that, I don't think you would have just made this or pushed your directors and the people above you, your superiors above you, to make this move to get rid of Max Kellerman if you really was in favor of him like that. I believe that Stephen A. Smith wasn't in favor of Max Kellerman off the set and on the set as well, I guess. And to me, he felt like it's almost as if he feels like their chemistry is not what it should be, or it hasn't grown to where it should be by now. And I could respect that from Stephen A. Smith, but at the same time, I don't think that Stephen A. Smith should have took this approach in doing that, because like I said, when you look at Michael Irvin on the show now, or at least a couple times I've looked, I mean, I can't really take him as an analyst all the way around. If that's going to be Max Kellerman's replacement, I really don't see the fit. And my thing is with Stephen A. Smith, I feel like Stephen A. Smith just wanted to have somebody on there that he feel like he can attack all the time in regards to getting his points off, and the other guy or whoever's the other analyst wouldn't be able to respond in ways that he could, because that's how I kind of feel about Michael Irvin. To me, as I said a couple videos ago when I spoke on this, Michael Irvin is more of a football guy. And like I said, to me, I've been watching Michael Irvin do football analysts like the last several years. And to me, that fits him more. He's a rah-rah guy. He's really rowdy. He's really high energetic. He's crazy. He's funny. But at the same time, it sounds better when he's talking about football. I don't know how he's going to sound talking about basketball or, baseball or whatever other topics they have on ESPN First Take. I just don't really know how Michael Irvin's going to fare with that. And I'm not going to say Michael Irvin's going to do bad or anything like that. And maybe ESPN might even replace Michael Irvin after a while with somebody else. Who knows? But my thing is, for Stephen A. Smith to rid of Max Kellerman like that and not even really have a real replacement in regards to like somebody that you can at least kind of like see fitting the mold, it's not right. And, I'm glad Max Kellerman got away from there because, like I said before, I know Max can say some crazy things with some of his takes and things like that, but Stephen A. just wants to be that dominant. Stephen A. wants to be that much in control of ESPN First Take. He want to be in control of everything. And I understand he's the guy at ESPN. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, like I said, I feel like Max Kellerman gave the show a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor to it, a little bit more pizzazz to it or something like that. I mean, because even though Max Kellerman says some crazy things, but it doesn't really matter. Sometimes saying things that's outlandish actually makes the show more interesting. Because like I said before in my other video, if everybody sounds so correct, everybody sounds so right, and if everybody agrees on every topic, why the hell would why would it be a debate show if everybody agreed on every topic? And it's almost as if Stephen A. wants people to work with him who agree with him more and where he shines more in the situation by the points that he's making. Like with Michael Irvin, he's going to agree a lot of times with Stephen A. Smith when it comes to basketball, because Michael Irvin is going to probably go with, LeBron this, LeBron that, which is the same thing Paul Pierce was saying in his thought process when he came out and said, working for ESPN, you have to talk about LeBron all the time. So that fits the mold because I could see Michael Irvin being a LeBron type fan and pulling for LeBron the same way. And matter of fact, I think I've actually heard him say something about LeBron before, as in like he favored LeBron. So that would be somebody that Stephen A. can agree with and make his point seem better because he knows more about basketball than Michael Irvin. So it's like it's a win-win for Stephen A. Smith. And I feel like that's what he's going for. I feel like that's his approach. And if that's what he's all about, then, well, he definitely got that because he got somebody on set that may know basketball, but Michael Irvin doesn't know it nearly as much as he does. And he's got somebody on set that more likely agree with him in ways that, it'll make Stephen A. Smith, it'll make his points look better. And on top of that, I think he likes Michael Irvin more. And I think that's what it all comes down to as well. Who you like more and who you're in favor of more. And I just think Max Kellerman wasn't in his favor. And I think he played the role for a while, but now the role is over with. He can't play it no more. And that's why he said what he said as far as getting rid of Max Kellerman. And like I said, I wasn't the biggest Max Kellerman fan, but to me, when you have a debate show, you have to have somebody to make it interesting. It's almost like Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon. I mean, Shannon definitely makes the show interesting, but Skip does too, because he's the outlandish thinker. He's the guy that goes on his gut feeling, and he's the guy that takes, he's the guy that likes the underdogs. And when you have a guy that pulls for the underdogs, it makes a debate show like that more interesting. It makes it dull if everybody pulls for the Lakers or if everybody on the show pulls for the Nets. It makes the debate not as debatable. It makes the debate less thoughtful. It becomes thoughtless. You know what I'm saying? It has holes in it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, taking somebody like Max Kellerman off the show and adding Michael Irvin, it could be a good thing, or it could be a disaster waiting to happen. But we'll see how that goes going forward. Hey, like I said, Stephen A is Stephen A. I'm not surprised by it. I never really particularly liked the guy that much. I never really been a big fan of his. When First Take back in the day, I always liked Skip Bayless more because he brought a different dynamic to the show and how they debate and made it way more interesting. To me, ESPN First Take died when Skip left. In my opinion, it just did. I mean, that's just me personally, but I personally watch Undisputed a lot more. But I do, look at First Take, and I look at all the shows pretty much, what I'm saying, to get a feel for what everybody's thinking and what their point is and what their point of view is of certain situations. But if I had to pick a show that I like the most, of course, it's going to be Undisputed for me. But at the same time, I got to respect Stephen A. He's been in the game a long time, but I'm not sure if this is the right move for ESPN to really make or the right decision made by Stephen A. to put in ESPN's ear to let Max Kellerman go. I'm not sure if it was the right thing to do, especially if Michael Irvin is going to be, there for a long time. I mean, and like I said, maybe Michael Irvin might surprise me. He might really, be really good on the show in regards to any type of topic they talk about. I just can't see him talking about any other topic besides football, and that's just me. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to doubt Michael Irvin. I want to see how it is. I'm definitely going to give him a chance. I'm definitely going to listen. I'm definitely going to see, how the show pans out. But I don't know. I just don't think it was the best decision they made to let go of Max. I think they needed that versatility in the show. And that's just the way I see it. But I mean, hey, it is what it is now. So, and nothing we can do about that. Moving on to the next. But hey, that's my take on the situation. As always, leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. And we can engage as always. And hey, Khaliis out.